Hello there, my name is Jordan Collins, and today I will be going over my thoughts on the book It Was the Best of Sentences, It Was the Worst of Sentences, A Writer's Guide to Crafting Killer Sentences by June Casagrande. Here it is, right there. I chose this book because honestly I read all of the reviews, and the reviews said that it was really lighthearted and humorous. Also, it really helped that my mother had already purchased it on our Kindle account. So, let's get real. Whoever got the chance to come up with terms such as modal auxiliaries, prepositional phrases, and subordinating conjunctions must be thoroughly evil. I can just imagine some old man with a long ink quill sitting behind a desk covered in cobwebs, laughing. Not a belly chuckle, but a high-pitched sneer of a laugh as he imagines poor college students having to decode those words so that their thousands of dollars they've spent on their educations don't go to waste. June Casagrande does a great job of combating these evil words as she decodes them into more meaningful terms. June Casagrande does a marvelous job making grammar and sentence structure actually interesting to read. I believe that I have learned more about English grammar and sentence structure in this book than I have in any textbook that I've had the joy of purchasing. This book disguises itself as a fun self-help novel for struggling writers. I really liked that she uses real-world examples and explains the rules behind editing. If you ever need some clarification on really big words like misplaced modifiers, copular verbs, participle phrases, or conjunctions, then I highly recommend this book. And it has really useful appendices, such as this is the section which is called Grammar for Writers, and it actually goes through things like sentence formation, which has like variations on sentence structures and stuff. Goes through phrases and how to use them, how to construct them, clauses, parts of speech, and the parts of speech section goes into words like pronouns and stuff like that. And the awesome thing is that she breaks it down really nicely, so it is really easy to understand. The second appendix is called Punctuation Basics for Writers, and this is pretty neat too because it goes over like inappropriate and appropriate uses for periods, commas, which I know a lot of people have a tough time using correctly, as well as like apostrophes, quotation marks, hyphens, and dashes. She gets into all sorts of things like that. And the third appendix, which I found quite amusing, is called The Deadliest Catches, the Most Incriminating Errors and How to Avoid Them. This one, I think, is extremely useful for a lot of people now that we are in the age of texting. So I feel like a lot of people have stopped using words like it's and there and whose and let's correctly. And this kind of explains them all so that you know the right way to use them. I know that anytime that I see someone using them wrong, I kind of cringe a little. And it could definitely help out when you're being judged by a grammar Nazi. So those three readings alone could end up saving you when you're doing your assignments and things like that. I do not encourage you to try to make a go of the whole book in one sitting. Your head would be completely spinning. But it is a fantastic book. One of the best points that I believe June makes in her book is when she describes the writer as a slave and the reader as thy god. A truly great piece of writing serves the reader and not the writer. Sentences that are direct, concise, and powerful are effective. Sentences which ramble on, stringing things together which do not need to be strung together, and include a lot of conjunctions which piece together meaningless points, like the fact that my shirt is black, and take forever and are lazy and just lead the reader astray. That was one of them. Good sentence structure and grammar, which is written for the reader, is important in every area of writing, no matter the purpose. Memos, emails, school essays, presentations, research papers, and newsletters are most effective when the rules have been followed. Of course, diaries were okay to be writing for the writer. But great sentences are not simply written. They are crafted delicately and intentionally.